Hello guys, now I wanted to make this video to show you what is exactly a Cartayna X file pushback wise. Now as you probably know by now, we were so lucky as to have Eike, which is the guy who actually does the pushbacks in this airport called Düsseldorf. Now it's probably one of the most complex airports in the world due to the size of the apron itself and the tight spots where the pushback driver has to operate. Now, in real life, you are going to be offered by the controller, and in a VATSIM, for example, you might find yourself in situations, excuse me, such as in Gatwick in Düsseldorf or in Munich, that the controller is going to ask you if you're capable of doing a high precision pushback, or a precision pushback actually. And it's basically a pushback that you can control the end-up position of your plane that is other than nose to the right or nose to the left. Now, precision pushback in Cartayna, it comes with an Excel sheet that you're going to find in the docs folder, and you have within the sheet you have 2 pages. Okay, the first one is just the parkings for each parking, with whether it has a jetway, whether it has a docking system, and also the airlines that exist and operate on these parking positions in real life. All this has been facilitated by Eike, that works in Düsseldorf, and himself, this is the pushbacks that he does on a daily basis on this airport. Now, the reason of it being in an Excel is that you can press, actually if you press number 2, you're gonna see all the possible pushbacks that you have for this airport, which are tons of them. Okay, now the color code of all the pushbacks, as you can see now, if I press number 1 here, is going to open the Alpha 1 pushback, which is the one we're going to use for the video, and there are exactly three pushbacks that you might find on this parking on Alpha 1. You're gonna find facing north, it's this blue one here. Facing south, you don't have an option of facing south, which is this pinky one here. You have a facing east, which is on Lima 5, ending up on between Papa 1 and Papa 2 on Tango, and facing west, and this is actually just the explanation that Eike gives you on each pushback, but by the controller you will probably just be told to be facing north. Okay, now this is a very complex configuration, and it's taken months to develop and test one by one with the help of Eike, that he's been patiently suffering and struggling with all these recent updates that GSX has undergone. The truth it is that after all these updates, we are able to do more than 2 pushbacks, and artificial intelligence has been quite some somewhat improved, so we can actually do very nice pushbacks at the end. Now on this version X, we only have a GSX pushback configuration. We might add one done by UCG, I mean with using the add-on of UCGX, depending on what we see at the final update that they're undergoing right now, version 1.4, that apparently is going to be able to do many more things than the prior ones that we were not able to do a configuration for this airport. Now apparently that's soon to be changed, and once we find out about that, we'll probably just add to the version X also a UCGX configuration. Now let's get our hands dirty now, and let's start with the pushback. And in using of course Lufthansa for this parking, and it's going to offer us the same possibilities that you're going to find in here. Now the reason why I want Eike's comments is so you know what is about to be happening and you don't get surprised and says, where's the plane going? No, it's going to tell you exactly what the plane is going to do. So in if we do Alpha 1, let me just make this a little bit, if we make Alpha 1 and we open the position on Alpha 1, the blue one is north. Okay, so you know to look here, and it's going to push on Lima 5. It's going to do a 180 degrees, and this should be a degrees. Okay, turn on the right, and it's going to turn on the right behind Alpha 4, and the final position will be behind Alpha 4. Now this is what I've seen this pushback in the real life, and this is what they do on a day-to-day basis. Okay, So hold on one second. We have to release the brake and facing north. There we go. So this is what it's going to do. It's going to do behind alpha 4. It's going to start doing in 180 degrees, and it's going to stop exactly at this parking position. This is what you will find in real life. If we do also a alpha 1 facing east, I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. And we're going to do here a facing east and a facing west. If you go to the facing east, which is the green one, it's going to push on Lima 5, Papa 1, and the final position between Papa 1 and Papa 2 on Tango, but facing east. We release the brake, we choose on Tango, facing east, and it's going to drive the plane all the way to the corresponding end place that is described on the page that I just showed you. Okay, now this would be the second option, and we could also do a facing west for you to see. And it will just take me a second to finish this. We release the brake and we choose facing west on Tango by Victor 29 Alpha. Okay, and all this is described on this page that I've just showed you here. Okay, you can find also a PDF version if you don't have Excel, but I recommend you use it in Excel. It's much more convenient. Now this plane will probably end around here, Victor 29 Alpha. You see right here, and you just have to give space, and this is the actual end place of the pushback. Now this is all you're going to find pushback wise in a Cartayna configuration. I hope you enjoyed. I will try to share this also with the VATSIM community, the German VATSIM community, so they can share with the pilots and make a more realistic control experience, and for all the pilots to be able to do the pushback the way it's supposed to be. I hope you enjoy it, and see you soon. Ciao.